Hello YouTubers, and welcome to my next Let's Play, Final Fantasy III for the DS. The remake of the original Final Fantasy III NES one. Not the one with Kefka and Terra and all that, in case you're wondering, but the actual third of the series. I have played this one. I got it originally right when it came out on the DS, actually. It's one of those games I played to death, and I played way back in the NES emulator days when you had to get fan patches and all of that kind of business. I played a translated version of the ROM on the NES. Not that it was ever officially translated into English, but yeah, I've played it through a few times. It's probably my least played and well-known for me personally, from 1 to 10 of all the games. So yeah, this is my next one, and we're gonna go through the introduction here and stuff and have a good time. I'm not super familiar with the game, but I'm pretty sure I can work my way through it and have a good time. Now, this is also my first DS game that I've Let's Played, and I've kind of got some fancy graphic settings I've got planned out here. You should be seeing them right now if they're working correctly. Now, when the DS uses the top screen like this, you'll get a rather smaller view of the picture, because I'm going to be focusing on the bottom screen for the most part, because the way the game plays out, mostly you use the bottom menu for, or the bottom screen for menus and text and battles and stuff like that. The top screen is kind of underused the way I remember it, so, I mean, and you can see it switches back and forth here anyway, so there's not much I could do. I had to put one video on for the main view. So there's that. What else to talk about for Final Fantasy III? It's got a fair bit of kind of slow, battle-y, grindy stuff if you want to level up. I'll be cutting that kind of stuff out. I'll probably show off most battles a couple times and then start cutting out repetitive battles as they come along. The game is quite difficult if you're going to play along, or have tried to play. It's definitely not an easy game. This Final Fantasy has much more in common with its NES ancestors than, say, the Super Nintendo or PlayStation versions, where it got considerably easier to go through. Up to the point now with Final Fantasy 13 where you just walk down a tube and press X. Har har har, rabble rabble. So anyway, yeah, it's a tough one, and it's not my favorite of the series, but it's definitely a goodie. So I hope you're enjoying the intro video. I hope I don't get copyright flagged for this, but I'm certainly talking over it. I honestly couldn't tell you the backstory of it off the top of my head. We'll just have to learn it as we go through. It's been like 5 or 6 years since I've played this game, so it'll be kind of new for me and you as well, a little bit. Like I said, I know how to get through the game, but it's been a while. Lots of airships, lots of chocobos, lots of Final Fantasy. If you know Final Fantasy, you know what you're in for. Good old airships. Why did they take away airships? And crystals, of course. The original games always have crystals, or orbs, basically, something like that. So we'll see some of those for sure. Anyway, I quite enjoyed that little intro cutscene. I always was impressed with the DS's ability to do 3D graphics. They don't do it all that often for long, but it's good. Okay, the Golgan thus prophesized. The earthquake was only the beginning. Try to get a little bit of story here, figure out what's going on. The great tremors that swallowed the crystals, the light of our world, only to spawn monsters from the depths of the scarred land, are nothing but harbingers of what's yet to come. I think that's it, basically, just a short little intro. Obviously, DS games use a touch screen. Oh, something is coming. Something is coming. Fathomless, big word, ominous and full of sorrow. But hope is not yet lost. 4 souls will be blessed with light, and show it shall begin. So it shall. You know, 4 heroes, crystals, pretty standard stuff. But yeah, as I was saying, let's just get started here, basically. It does use a touchscreen, but if I remember correctly, you don't need it very much for this game, if at all. Some DS games use the touchscreen all the time, but this one, not so much. It's a Final Fantasy game, first and foremost. Alright, dropped in a pit. what have we gotten ourselves into? I'm not going to read all the text, don't worry, just bits. So we have Lunith, our main hero, an orphan raised by Nina and elder Topapa in the village of Ur. Adventurous by nature, his curiosity gets the better of him as he tumbles into a hole created by the Great Earthquake. Now, in the NES version, I don't even think they had that much backstory. They had names, but it wasn't that much story, so... The DS version has many improvements. Many. And as you can see, this lower screen will be the main screen for the majority of the game. As we will get to it here. Battle! So, I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. Intro battle just to get the hang of stuff. I don't think there's hardly any way to lose other than just totally messing around like a noob. Now, the Final Fantasy 3 game has a job system similar to Final Fantasy 5, if you played that, or any other games? 9, no, not 9, maybe just 5, actually, now that I think about it. Anyway, you get jobs, you switch jobs around. I guess it has a bit in common with Final Fantasy Tactics, in the sense of the job system. Yeah, that's probably more like that a little bit, but you'll see as we go. It's lots of fun, actually. It's a pretty good system. I would say the actual mechanics are stronger than in Final Fantasy 2 myself. Yes, Lunith, this is not a safe place. Okay, so here we are, the main map, and we actually have like diagonal movement and stuff, which is amazing for an old school Final Fantasy. Now, if I hit the menu button, which is also here, you can see how the map moves and the menu comes down here. I just want to double check that we're on fastest speeds. Yep, we're actually going to put auto run on just to save some time. And we can't change jobs yet, so that'll come later. You can always have formation front or back, and you can switch people around as we get more, as usual. You know, pretty standard stats: strength, agility, vitality, intellect, mind. I'm sure you guys can guess what they mean. You get experience for levels up for your main level, as well as job levels, and we'll get into all that stuff later on. The spell system's a bit old. It's got way more in common with Final Fantasy 1 and 2, obviously, than 4, 5, or 6. So we don't have overall MP. We kind of share... Well, it's like the NES version, not the GBA version of Final Fantasy 1 and 2, if you know what I mean. If you don't know, we'll figure it out. Magic comes in various levels, and each level has its own MP. We'll figure it out. Alright, and of course the encounter rate. Oh yeah. The encounter rate is a little insane. So as I said, I will probably be cutting stuff out. And there are points in the game where you pretty much have to grind a few levels up. So stuff like that, I'll spend some time off camera just getting my dudes leveled up so that you don't have to record it all. Anyway, I think we can just get out here pretty quick. Treasure! Leather shield, I'll take that. And a potion. Basic healing item, in case you're wondering. I'm sure you guys already know the drill. Left hand will be a shield there. Protects against some status ailments. I'm not sure which, but there you go. Alright. There's a boulder in the way. Something strange about that rock. Hit it. Kick it. That's the spirit. Good job, Lunith. Should have renamed my characters, but I figured I'd go with the classic names for no real reason. Alright, another treasure chest. A long sword. It's probably better than a knife. Now there is usually... Maybe there's not. I was thinking there'd be like an optimized equipment. Maybe there's not in this game. Once you get to Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6, then you get optimized. Alright, one more little goblin guy, and then we can get out of here. You can always run from battle, I think. Yeah, I pressed L and R at the same time. That's your attempt to run. You can actually... Oh yeah, there you go. You can select it from the menu too. So, here's a couple ways. There we go. I have to remember how all the mechanics work for this game as we go along, because, as I said, it's been a while. Oh, a job level increase. I forgot. So even before we get proper jobs... The freelancer job has actually improved. Now, because I don't have this thing sort of unlocked yet, we can't really see what it does. Suffice to say, we're a freelancer level 2 now. Which is like your default. I think they were called Onion Knights in Final Fantasy 3 NES version. Onion Knights, yeah, pretty sure. Also, you started with 4 characters in that one. New enemies! creepy eyeball thing called an eye fang. Actually, they're both kind of creepy eyeball things, I would say. Still, none of these guys should pose any real threat. As long as we use that potion we've got, eventually, we'll never die. Alright! Love the Final Fantasy fanfare. Actually, the music for Final Fantasy 3 is quite good. I would say overall I enjoy it more than Final Fantasy 2's soundtrack. So we got a floaty blue thing. Blue Wisp. I would imagine this thing might be able to cast magic or something. So, ooh, actually it's tough enough to stand a hit. So yeah, my plan here is to show you guys most of the enemies in an area and start cutting them out. Maybe not so much for the first episode, but once we get onto the field and stuff, I'll be zipping through these a little bit quicker, just to save time. I'm doing this emulated, if you're wondering. It's a little bit... I don't actually have a capture card or an adapter to connect my DS up and record it off that, but emulators will probably work. So, there's no fast-forward button, though, for the DS. At least not this emulator I have. So unlike the GBA games and the Super Nintendo games, I don't have a way of sort of speeding through these battles at mega speed. I think there's save states, though, so I could always use those if I really need help. But I won't be cheating, don't worry, guys. This is a hard game, though, for sure. Oh, good, we're doing enough damage to kill on one hit. Very nice. There's definitely points in the game where you wish you had a fast-forward button or something like that. So we got an Antarctic... Oh, I forgot to mention that, too. We picked up an Antarctic Wind. If you use it in battle, I think it'll deal ice damage to all enemies, like casting Ice or Ice 2 or something like that. Something like that. Oops, pressed the wrong button again. A lot of buttons bring up the menu if you accidentally bump something else. Anyway, a simple potion. Another treasure chest. Lots of potions. They're giving me a hint here, guys. They're giving us a hint. Another Antarctic Wind. They're giving us 2 hints. Can you guess what the 2 hints are? +1 BlueAnkylo point, if you can guess how I'm going to fight the first boss. A wellspring. It's a nice color, actually. It's a nice light blue, kind of teal color. Very nice. And they heal you to full, of course. Very good. Now, if I remember correctly, this is a good area to get up to like level 3 or 4 before you fight the first boss. Because you can heal yourself for free. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do things hardcore style. Now, I think I'm in the back row. Yeah, so I'm going to deal half damage, and they're going to deal half damage to me as well. Possibly all the way down to 0. Now, because we were back attacked, basically the enemies get to go first, and your formation is reversed. So, if you were meaning to be in the back row, like a mage or something, now you'd be in the front. And if you're meaning to be in the front, now you'd be in the back. So, it's a pretty standard mechanic, but in case you're wondering, that's how it works. I'm not sure if this game has pincher attacks or not, where you're surrounded on both sides, but I guess we'll see. Another job. I'm getting job levels up like crazy. I don't even know what they do right now. Alright, up the stairs we go. But yeah, as I said, you could get a couple levels up down there if you wanted. Alright! Mysterious music. What have we found? What is that? Yep. Boss time! Giant turtle. So, land turtle, let me guess. Very little damage physically. How are you supposed to kill this, guys? Have you figured it out? Oops, not that one. I thought I would go to item. Oops. Usually the 4 slots, you know what I was thinking. Alright, let's do it. Land turtle, you're going down. There you go, that's a bit better than 13. I think I'd rather just use these now. I almost always just save these items and never ever use them. So, let's just start off with a bang, kill the first boss. He does do pretty good damage. I do remember leveling up to fight this guy before. But there you go, no problem. Just use the items, easy. That's what you're supposed to do. Alright. No jumpy sword spinning in this game. Unless you get a level up, I guess. Another job upgrade. Wow. Sure wish I knew what that was going to do for us. Alright. Victory is ours. You could at least smile about it, Lunith. Ah, mysterious voice. Bringer of hope. That's us. One thing I will fault the early Final Fantasies is they all had a very, very similar 4 crystal, 4 hero storyline. Very, very, very similar for many Final Fantasies in a row. Like 5 in a row. Alright, darkness is coming, darkness is bad. We need the light. Balance, blah blah blah. Exactly. Good job, Lunith. Find your friends, make your party. Good. Now go! Get out of here. Don't worry, no one else does either, Lunith. Trust me. No one else knows what's going on. Ah, cool music. I like this song. Some real nice mixes of it out there on the internet too, if you're interested. Back on the surface. Very nice. No idea, Lunith. I can't help you out. Alright, so on the top screen we have the world map, which is very small for some strange reason, and then we have our character on the bottom screen, which is the big screen for you guys. Alright, the town of which is apparently where we come from. So we'll talk to some people, see what they got to say. The others went off to the corner of town. Wonder what all that hubbub's about. Exactly. What's going on? The elders? I don't want to talk to them. Waste of time. Oh, I'm sure it's nothing. How could anyone curse an entire town? Crazy talk. Elder Dawn. How do you know what happened to us? We just fell down a hole. Had some crazy vision. Now we have to listen to Elder to Papa. I think he's the guy that raised us. Anyway, this water heals you. Can't even read that little thing. Check the pots. I don't remember for sure if there's a lot of hidden items in this version of the game or not. But it's always good to click stuff. Okay, I think this one, like, the left one heals you. This one, like, maybe brings you back from the dead or something. I can't remember. I'm sure that'll never happen. No one will ever die. Hello, Elder to Papa. What's going on, buddy? Well, I just came home. Fell down a hole. This crystal, how do you know about that, crazy old man? Yeah, chosen for what? Nobody's really telling me anything useful here. Oh, yeah, another one of those tropes. Baby left and grows up to be the hero. Of course, of course. Destiny, yeah. The light you hold in your heart. Oh, I can't stand any more of this shammy-bammy business. Alright, lady, what's going on? Nina. I'm sure we'll be fine. Oh, it's my mom. Oh, sure. Thanks, Mom. I didn't even remember. Oh, of course, because she's not my real mom. You're not my real mama. See you later, guys. Alright, so we talked to our family. Our adopted family, and now we're leaving. We're out of there. Let's see, we got an inn. We don't really need the inn, but we can regain our health. Maybe that's how they knew it. I spent too much time in the waters getting healed up, and that's how they knew I was blessed. Let's see, I can go down a well. All right, we got some treasure, potions, more potions. Well, at least they're giving me lots of healing devices. And 3 potions. Alright, well at least I don't have to buy any of those. It's probably a good idea to have some potions early on, until you get your first white mage. So you're leaving, eh? Didn't know you were from Canada, eh? Well, if you didn't know there was potions down that well, that lady would tell you. Oops, shoot. I wish the loading wasn't so slow. One thing I liked about Super Nintendo and all that was loading new maps was a bit quicker than the DS, it seems. Too much 3D business going on here. Alright. Aw, there's nothing, there's no ghosts in Kazis. Why's everyone crazy talking? More importantly, give me some weapons. Unfortunately, the longsword is the best weapon already. 10 damage. I mean, technically bow and arrows would be more, but then you can't wear a shield. And then staff for magic, you know the drill. I think once we get some more characters, I'll use a bow and arrow for somebody. There's no weapon skill like Final Fantasy 2, so we don't have to worry about that. At least I don't think we do. We've got leather armor currently equipped, I think. Can you tell if it's equipped? Oh yeah, no equipped. Leather armor, leather shield is equipped, leather armor is not. Buy one of those. No helmet equipped. No gloves equipped. There we go. Figured it out. If you couldn't see the little numbers, my apologies, but it does say it in there somewhere if you read closely. Alright, defense up. Defense up. Bronze. Okay, we got way more defense now. Very nice. I can't remember if there's any effect of... Like, lots of these games have, like, a weight for armor that slows you down. I don't see anything like that, so just equip the best armor you can get, basically. The best your class can equip. Also, we might as well learn some magic. See how magic works in this version. I can't remember 100%. I think in... Okay, well, there's only one spell. Poisona, whatever you want to call it, cures you of poison. I liked it better when they called it pure, but it's all good. Now, if I remember in the NES version, spells counted as items? Yes. So you basically use that item to teach one person that spell. So for instance, I can teach it to Lunith. And then in the magic slot, she'll have 3 level 1 spells that she can learn, or he can learn. I guess it's a boy, technically. So this would count for white and black magic, for instance. You can only have 3 of those level 1 spells at a time. Luckily, you can remove them, or exchange them with other people, and it should have returned it, yeah, to my inventory. So, there you go. That will be the way we deal with magic, as we get further along, and have more spells. Hello, lady, what you got? Our friends, they're not making a ruckus, they're just having a good time. And Kazis is fine, I've told everybody in town. Little rapscallions running around. Oh, that's just... shoot. Didn't mean to leave the town that time, sorry guys. Come on, where's my friends? And how come they didn't fall down that hole with me like they did in the original version? Alright, another old man. Oh, take the items in your stores. Yeah, in fact, if I go in there, I'll get attacked. If I go up there, in the NES version, if you go up that direction, you get attacked by monsters constantly. So I want to find my friends first, wherever they are. Maybe in the flowers here. Yeah, there's somebody over there. See, I told you ghosts don't exist. Alright, Ark, another orphan raised by Topapa, and Lunith's best friend. Unlike Lunith, he prefers reading over gambling? Strange word. In the wild. I thought it was like gambling. His studies endow him with great knowledge that more than make up for his shyness. So he is your typical mage type. I think Lunith is like balance / warrior kind of in general. Although you can pick whatever job you want. Ark, get back here. Yeah, don't run away from me. I'm your friend. You definitely don't look very tough in those robes. So, right, I'm remembering it now. He's going to run off somewhere to prove his courage. You can probably guess. So, our friend Ark ran off to go get courageous. I guess we're going to have to go up here on our own. Hopefully I don't die horribly. I haven't really saved it or anything. I actually do remember dying here in the NES version. It was very sad. Okay, so there's an abandoned storehouse. Old man. Yep. Switches, hidden passages. No obvious sign. Oh, zooming. Huh. I can't remember what button lets you zoom the camera in. Alright. Let me figure this out. Sparkles. Alright, so what's the button? No, that's another menu button. Okay, stop. Stop. No, that's not doing anything. Oh, well, I pressed the action button. It opened the passage anyway. Still haven't figured out how to zoom in yet. Might be L trigger, maybe. R trigger opens the menu. L trigger. There we go. We can zoom in. I forgot about that. So they even show you that you can break those pots. Or at least get an item. I thought, never mind me. Antidotes. So you can either run around clicking everything, or you can zoom in and have a look at stuff, and then you'll know what's secret-y stuff. Cool. Like I said, guys, it's been a while. Cure. I think that's the cure spell. Eye drops cure blindness as an item. Longsword in case you missed one somehow. Phoenix down. One resurrect. And a dagger. Basically nothing that's going to help me right now. So, alright, good. I guess we're just lucky there's no monsters in here. Because, I sure remember getting beaten up in the NES version. So you might be thinking to yourself, oh, Blue, the DS version's so much easier than the NES version. Well, for now. Here we go. See, it was just a matter of time. And just a couple of goblins. With our extra armor now, they won't even be able to hurt us. Well, 1 damage, whatever. Actually, it's possible you can dual wield by default in this game. I might have to check that, actually. Yeah, it's possible. I like how the background for the battle was the storehouse. I thought that was pretty clever, actually. That's nice. Nice detail. Okay, let's just have a quick look. Can I actually dual wield longswords right now? I could indeed. Let's do it. Yes! Dual wielding longswords at level 1 or whatever we're at. Epic. Who needs defense, right? Who needs defense? Oh, what I should have done is put my cure spell on, because I do get some MP, right? I've got 3 MP, so I could cast cure 3 times right now, and that's better than nothing. Better than using potions and stuff that you have to replace. So yeah, there we go. I think that will probably count for the intro video, or episode 1 anyway. In the next episode, we'll have to find our friend Ark, who knows where he's gone, somewhere to go prove how courageous and not scaredy cat he is. Probably by proving there's no ghosts or anything. Har, har, har. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed, and follow along with my new series if you enjoy this game. See you later, guys.